You may have been seeking answers and guidance on how to heal depression, and you probably come across a lot of self-help tips and well-being practices that you can apply in your life. But the problem is a lot of these suggestions and tips are raw physical tools that you can use to live with or manage your depression. All of these physical tools are valid and are very helpful in helping you to experience more joy and happiness in your life, without a doubt. But they don't necessarily fully heal depression. They can provide temporary relief from depression, but they can never actually heal depression. There's plenty of self-help advice and guidance and tips on physical tools that you can use to manage and live with your depression. But very rarely is there self-help tips that will help you to fully heal your depression. And that's what I want to share with you today, is the secret to healing your depression forever. G'day everyone, this is Electronics and welcome back to another video, as they say in YouTube land. It's been a while since I've created a video like this, but I'm really excited to be getting back into it and to be sharing my soul with you, to be sharing my passions with you, to be expressing my soul through my art and through the subjects that I'm really most passionate about. And this is definitely a subject that I am truly passionate about. So whether you're new to the channel or you've been with me for a while, pull up a posse and get comfy, because in today's video, we're going to be talking about a very important subject on how to overcome depression as a music producer. However, this video isn't just for music producers. I welcome everybody and anybody to this discussion. This video is for you. It's my gift to you to help you in your journey to healing depression. This subject is one of the many passions that I love to share and talk about on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is an artist channel, so I love to share my music releases, my beat videos. I love to share my music videos and the stories behind my music videos. I love to share a variety of different things on my YouTube channel that represent me. So my YouTube channel is a way for me to express my soul with the world and hopefully share myself with you, so you can get to know me, you can get to know my personality, you can get to know the things that I'm passionate about and the things that I love to talk about. And healing depression is one of those subjects. Healing depression is something that I have experienced a lifetime of dealing with and struggling with. However, it wasn't until 10 years ago that I learned the secret to healing depression, which is what I want to share with you today. So let's get into it. So the biggest secret to healing depression that I learned 10 years ago was that depression was 100% healable. I'll say that again. Depression is completely healable. It is possible to heal depression forever. Now, this is something you may have never heard before. I know when I was looking for information, answers, and guidance on how to heal depression, I only ever found self-help tips that basically helped me to manage my depression, to live with it, so to speak. Out of everything that I ever read, I never once heard or was taught that I could heal my depression. I was never taught or shown the way to healing my depression. So that's the exciting truth that I wanted to share with you today. The biggest secret to healing depression is knowing that you can actually heal it forever. And secondly, the way to heal depression is coming to understand that it is a 100% emotional process. There you have it. You can heal depression, and the way to heal it is 100% emotional. How cool is that? How much faith and hope does that give you for your life? Like knowing that you can actually heal depression. You don't need to live with it. You don't need to manage it. You don't need to put up with it. You don't need to suffer in silence with depression. You don't need to live with this every single day. You can actually work towards healing depression from your life forever. And you can experience more joy, more happiness, more fulfillment in your life. It's 100% possible. Now, what do I mean by it's a 100% emotional process? Okay, well, first of all, depression is an emotional problem. It's not actually a mental problem. It is an emotional problem first and foremost, which affects your mental health. So the cause of depression is all emotional and it affects your mental health. So we have cause and effect. We have the cause, which is emotional, and one of the effects of depression is your mind, your mental health is affected by it on a day-to-day basis. So the way you think, the way you look at yourself, the way you look at the world, the way you look at others, it affects your mental health. But it's an emotional problem in the soul. And that's the truth that we don't know. And that's the truth that is missing from all of the self-help tips that I've ever read. That is the truth that is going to change your life if you allow it to. It's absolutely changed mine. So, understanding that depression is an emotional problem is the first step to working towards healing it. So, how is depression an emotional problem? Well, depression is the result of the suppression of pain over a long period of time. Whether that is sadness, anger, whatever the painful emotion is, when you suppress it over a long period of time, you become depressed. So the way to healing depression is actually to start feeling again, to start processing emotions, to start allowing yourself to cry, to feel pain, to feel rage, to feel anger. And you can do this in safe and healthy ways that doesn't harm you or other people. And this is the fastest way to healing depression. It's the biggest secret and truth to healing depression that no one really knows or talks about. But depression is an emotional problem, and the way to heal an emotional problem is to be emotional. And so the way to heal depression is to feel again, to allow yourself to feel and express emotions, whether it's happy or sad. You don't want to suppress any emotion, because by suppressing emotions, you become depressed, right? You want to express your emotions. You want to allow your emotions to flow, because emotions are energy in motion. And so emotions are very energetic in nature, and energy needs to flow. So emotions need to flow in you and they need to flow out of you. So that is not only the secret to healing depression, but it is the most fastest way to heal depression. You just got to start feeling again. You got to start allowing yourself to feel pain, to feel pleasure, to experience joy. Allow yourself to experience pain. Allow yourself to cry. Don't be ashamed to cry. Don't be ashamed to feel anger. Don't be ashamed to feel rage. You are allowed to feel. You are an expressive, highly sensitive being that was created, that was probably put down and suppressed in your childhood. But the real you is expressive, is animated, is full of life, is vibrant, is communicative, is emotional, is sensitive. That's the real you. And you got to get back to being the real you. And that's the secret to healing depression, is to allow yourself to feel emotions again. I can say that this truth has absolutely changed my life. For the past 10 years, I have been putting this into practice in my life daily, allowing myself to feel, allowing myself to cry, allowing myself to feel rage, allowing myself to express myself. And I can say that since I've been putting this into practice, I no longer think of harming myself. I used to think of harming myself daily. I no longer think of harming myself. I no longer desire to harm other people. I desire only to learn about love. I desire only to improve myself. I have goals now. I have dreams. I have a vision for my life. I wake up and I engage my passions, and I am able to function and interact in the world now without carrying this deep, dark pit of emptiness in my soul. I have the tools now to be able to process through any pain that comes into my life so that I can continue to release these emotions from my soul, which then helps me to feel happiness. I know it feels counteractive to feel pain in order to feel happiness, but it works. Trust me. I've spent the past 10 years putting this into practice, and I have experienced more joy in my life over the last 10 years than I have in my previous decades of life. Before I started putting this into practice in my life, I was suppressing a lot of my emotions, and I had a lot of pain in my soul, and I had a lot of pain in my physical body as a result of suppressing so many painful emotions. And I used addictions and substances to try and suppress my emotions. And I just ended up in this really painful place emotionally. And it wasn't until I started putting all of this into practice over the last 10 years that I started to feel better. And I started to release certain emotions from my soul, where now I just feel like my life has changed so much, and I've changed so much as a person, where I no longer am walking around feeling like I don't want to exist in this world anymore. I have big desires to exist in this world. I have big desires to, achieve certain dreams and goals. I want to exist now in this world, and I want to achieve certain things, and I am motivated, and I have so many more desires now than what I used to. And my desires keep growing. There's more feeling in my soul now for life, And the biggest thing for me is that I no longer spend every day wanting to not be here. That's the biggest thing that's changed, is that I no longer desire that. I want to be here now. Now, I'm not saying that I don't feel pain anymore. I'm saying I don't feel depressed anymore. Depression and dealing with life's pains are two very different things. Depression is chronic. It's daily. It's what you feel every single day. Pain is life experiences, things that you go through that come and go in your life that you have to deal with on a weekly, daily, or monthly basis. That's different. I still experience pain in my life, but I know how to deal with it now. And I allow myself to feel it and express it so I don't go back into the depression. So it's a constant journey. It's a constant practical application of feeling and releasing emotions so that you don't go back to depression. So my recommendation would be to prioritize emotional processing in your life 24/7. You want to practice every single minute of the day feeling and expressing emotions. Secondly, of course, you want to use physical tools to experience life and enjoy life and feel happiness. Have that as your second priority. So you want to do them really essentially hand in hand, but the bigger focus on the emotional processing. Then you want to include all of the physical tools and activities that you can do as well to experience life, because that is how we also grow. But just know that the physical tools can never heal your depression. They can provide relief from your depression, but they can never heal your depression. Through only feeling and releasing emotions can you heal depression. So don't be afraid to express. Don't be afraid to cry. Don't be afraid to feel anger. Don't be afraid to feel all of your pain and sadness and darkness and grief inside of you. And remember to do it in a safe way that doesn't harm you or anyone else. Just know that feeling emotions is 100% safe. Not feeling your emotions creates danger. Not feeling your emotions creates all sorts of problems in your life, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. So feeling emotions is 100% safe. It is what we came out of the womb doing, and it is a part of our being. Feeling emotions is 100% natural. It is who we are. We are feeling expressive beings. And not feeling emotions is not who we are. And that's how we become depressed, because we're not being our true selves. We're not being who we were created to be, which is a naturally expressive and feeling being. So I really hope that this truth changes your life and that you'll want to start practicing and applying it into your life. I want to see you desiring to live, because healing depression is 100% possible. It is possible to get to the point where you desire life. You desire to wake up every single day. You desire to chase your dreams. You desire to do the thing that you love the most. It is 100% possible to heal depression. And that's how you heal depression forever, is you continue to feel and express emotions so they don't become stuck inside of you, so they don't bottle up until you become numb, right? Or till you have an explosion. You continue to feel and express any painful experience or situation that comes your way, and it passes through you and out of you again, right? Now, if you don't do that, you will go back into depression. So that's the biggest secret to healing depression, is to feel and express emotions daily so that you don't become numbed out, so that you can actually be a feeling, sensing being. There's so much more I could share on this topic. It is so big that you can't actually fit it all in one video. However, I'm going to be sharing so many more videos on this topic because I'm so passionate about it, and I want to help you to experience the joy that I know you can experience in your life through applying this into your life every single day. I want you to be happy. I want you to be able to find joy. I want you to be able to live a life of purpose, to live a life that you desire. You deserve to live a life of joy, peace, and happiness. You deserve love. You deserve to be able to follow your dreams. You deserve to be able to enjoy the time that you have here on earth. So again, I'm excited to share this gift with you today, and I hope that it inspires you, and I hope that you allow it to touch your heart, and I hope that you have the courage to experiment with it in your life and to see what happens. You have nothing to lose. For more inspiration like this, feel free to check out my playlist on how to heal depression. It is my gift to you. It is my pleasure and my honor to share this information. It has changed my life, and I know it can change your life too if you allow it to. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video.